welcome back to another episode of me driving virtual cars around virtual tracks. Today, you join me around Kyalami for the GPVWC Academy series. This is was their 6th round of the 2026 season, and my second weekend with them. We will go through both races, not the qualifyings, and let's see how we go. So first race, I line up in P14. It's the second race. You don't expect to be that high up, but of course I did want to be a little bit higher. We have some team audio as well, and some commentary from the stream that they have. I will leave their info in the description if you want to join and have a look at their stuff as well. So, on the grid, we're going to get a few lights out then, one light, and let's just have a listen to what it goes. Great start from me, considering I'm new. Terrible start from the orange in front, having to avoid him, and down chasing the pack, just trying to get some slipstream from Savak in front, and braking just so I don't hit anyone down the inside of turn 1, just keeping it clean as I can. Lorenzo out in front of me. I'm going to look down the inside, don't quite brake in time for that, just avoiding him on the exit of turn 3 as he gets a pretty bad exit and dives to the inside into this right hand. It's a really long right hand, and you've got to really trust your car and trust the person you're going up against, that they're not going to just crash into you. Through turn 5 I think we go, and we're still side by side with Lorenzo. It was a great battle the whole race long with Lorenzo. Unfortunately, we won't see too much. We get a little bit of contact, and that sends Lorenzo straight on into the dirt and the gravel. He continues, he gets back on track and finishes the race. We'll see a bit more of him later on. Next lap then, back into the long right-hander. It was almost flat out. Some laps it was flat out, but most laps I just didn't have the confidence. As we see Davidos in front going off. That's an easy position for me, and through this left-hander. At the end of the lap then, we come around and start the next lap. Of course, that's what you do on the start-finish straight, hitting the DRS point. And I'm not within DRS, unfortunately. There's about 3-second DRS zone in these cars, I think. And of course, I was way out of that. Into turn 1 we go. And we can just see the driver behind me. They've caught up so much. I truly didn't expect them to catch up so much, Davidos. But you see about where they are. That is just the start of the danger zone. So I'm starting to think about defending, and I'm starting, as you've already seen, taking defensive lines. It's pretty easy to defend through that corner. Of course, not many people have the guts to go side by side, very rightly. And with the dirty air, it just really helped me keep people behind if I could get them behind by that corner, because they would just have to fall back to be able to make it through without going wide. Next lap then, lap 4, still behind me, and back into this right-hander. You see, taking a few stabs at it, going a bit wide onto the curb, and luckily I don't get spat out onto the outside of the track. But still not what I want. He's caught up so much. You can see the distance between us just shrunk, disappeared through that mistake. Into the next lap then, at the start of lap 5, down into turn 1, I completely lock my fronts up, and that allows him to catch up a whole lot. That takes a bit of line through turns 2. Defensive into turn, I think this is turn 4. I go, but keeping him behind, I think brilliant. He's still behind me into this long right-hander. This is going to be brilliant. So taking 2-3 stabs into the corners, they really just didn't want to grip up. And then I locked the tyres up and I missed the apex. Just terrible luck. There's yellow flag in front, saves me a little bit. And we see Davidos just trying to find any hint of a way past me.
Nah, watch out, I don't have a front wing, so I'm going to be very slow.
What happened?
the bed.
Yeah.
Going inside, going inside. Go forth, my boy. Go, 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 go. I'll be out the way. I'll brake. There you go.
Cheers.
Whoa, what the? This guy's wheel locking with me while I'm got no front wing.
A little bit of miscommunication between them then, as we round the final corner of lap 5.
Not only 7 seconds basically on that drive-through penalty after we see rock wide basically. Yeah, he went wide and then yeah, there you go, and bang into the wall. And that's unfortunate for the British driver as well.
Yeah, lucky to only get away with a lost front wing as well. We do only run 75% damage here in the GPVWC Academy Series. Just
As it would turn out, this would be his final race in the Academy Series. He's now gone up to the more Premier Series.
that was a race.
On to lap 7 then. Into turn 1, just completely missing the apex again, and that allows Davidos to catch up a little bit. I think it's Davidos behind me. I'm going to be honest, I can't actually remember. This was recorded about a month ago, but you can just see how much he's gained and just how much the slipstream is so powerful. But of course, slipstream turns into dirty air, and you can see just how far he falls back through that long right-hander. That was really my lifeblood. I just really make a massive mistake, and well, that allows him to go right through. Let's have a quick little look at that.
So very tidy laps from Lucas Matulik as well, and yeah, as I see 3/10 faster in the last lap for Lucas Matulik, as Stukat has scored is very wrong.
What the fuck is he doing?
But
I don't know.
the car straight at least. So very scruffy exit.
I'm struggling quite bad with tires.
A lot. So he's down
I know.
further ahead.
So my teammates not having the cleanest race over race 1. They're out in front of me as we start lap 9 now. Just a few seconds behind them on track. Into turn 1, I've got Lorenzo behind me now. We've swapped one driver for another. He actually complimented me on a nice battle after the race, which was really nice to feel. Complimenting on my driving is just always such a nice thing to receive. And again, into the long right-hander, and he's still behind me, which is just such a godsend. A little bit wide, but track limits didn't count that, so we're all good. Into this section, dirty air, still a massive bad thing around here. You can see just how wide we go. This is a couple laps later when I've got another orange car behind me, and well, we'll just have a quick look at just how quickly he gains to the back of me. A little twitch on exit, and I was still just trying to play with the line on the exit there. I wasn't quite sure. There were 2 lines that I was happy with on exit, and I couldn't decide which one was faster. So a quick little listen to team radio.
Jesus Christ.
That was me discovering just how quick the person behind had gained. Of course, I don't change my UI, I keep it on the tyre temp just to see if I've overheated the tyres or not. Right there, I definitely did, as we see I go a little bit wide on the exit of the final corner, and that allows Davidos to just gain a whole lot of time on me again. Into turn 1, I tried to do the slip witcheroo, doesn't quite work at all, and well, I have to follow behind him, and oh, just so wide. You see the little twitch of the wheel into turn 4, as we now make our way behind Davidos through turn 5, the wrong right-hander.
Oh no, what happened?
I think I was nearly on the 50s on my front tires.
McKinnon is around in the Fairpin.
I lost the wheel, I'm out.
A lot of people having issues at once.
I'm out.
and we'll see someone just rejoining because we've got yellow flags, and there they are.
For track limits, so that's why she had to pit as well. As we see a replay from Nathaniel dance as well, and it looks like everything's okay, except it's not a kick of oversteer, and he goes off to the gravel trap as well, as we see Nova McKenna P15 currently. And she has it. Oh my goodness gracious! And and that's the tyre gone, and that's her race over as well. So very unfortunate for Nova McKenna. Pushed so much on that after the pit lane, and now she is out. And well, she will get the reverse grip proposition. It seems like.
You're on this part.
No, I won't get pole because if you DNF, it doesn't count.
Okay, well, you can join me in the last to first challenge, I guess.
We will see how that challenge continues. Nova just biting the inside curb on the long right-hander, and that curb, as you've seen there, bites back hard. On to the final lap now. It's not quite the final lap, it's the penultimate lap of the race. We've got another driver behind me, and I think it's Lorenzo again. This time, I'm really going to try my hardest to keep him behind and not make any mistakes as we make our way to start the final lap for us. Just trying to ride the throttle, ride the grip. These tyres, they squeal so much, but that doesn't mean that they've lost grip on this mod. On the GPVWC Academy cars, everyone keeps telling me, mate, you can push the front so much harder, but I just don't feel confident with it yet. Of course, my second race, you're not going to feel confident with the car, and being just about a second and a half each race, Sepang and Kyalami, I was about a second and a half behind the leaders, which I think, well, Sepang I was 2, this I was a second and a half, which I think is really good progression. The car generally drives really well, but the front tyres, they just turn not quite how my brain likes. But we see through the long hairpin there, not a hairpin, the long right-hander, here we go. Through the left-hander, that left-hander, during practice, I'd actually discovered a pretty nice line, which I was really comfortable with after a while. And I just did that line through the race, apart from that little mistake earlier. But other than that, it was a pretty nice corner once I'd really learned how to take it from the really old F1 games and Assetto Corsa. Through we go then. We've got a couple more corners. I think about 3 corners left. A little braking zone here, just to the right. I really didn't like that braking zone. I just really couldn't tell where to place the brakes and where to put the throttle down and where to turn the car. It was just really annoying. It's the final corner now, and we successfully kept him behind us. P10, let's go!
Just to bring it on home, there we see Dance coming home, P10.
A lovely little race won there. That gets me P5 on the grid for race 2.
Red lights, and we are go here at Kyalami. Looks like a really strong launch there from McKinnon, but once again on the inside it looks to be the better line, the better getaway, as all of the drivers making their way through. Etrovic Funcic looking to the inside. Does he get that lead? Lorenzo tries to squeeze out the pole sitter and does so. Nice stuff from Etrovic Funcic. The Varkos couldn't follow him through, neither Kakuma. So McKinnon drops down into second place as there's a spinner contact in the background. That is
really
Dance, I want to say, he's going backwards.
Rejoining.
Chaos. It is absolute chaos with 4 abreast.
Where is this guy going?
Down the back straight. Oh, and here we go. This is going to be a
There's
chaos.
There's death behind.
What the f was he doing?
Someone was out front wing. It is Davide Maggio.
A very hectic start of the race then.
Oh, I'm amazed there's not more drivers that got involved in that one, to be brutally honest. That could have been
Some guy on the outside turned in while three wide and killed two guys.
Yeah, that might have been my fault. That's after on the rear because he was slower than I thought. I think he brakes.
Grimalitsy just behind them as well. Machulik is just in front of this group here. Grimalitsy getting into that toe, thinks about going the long way around through turn number 12 at Mineshaft. Can't quite find it. Oh, contact as Dance locked it all up and got sideways. Grimalitsy had nowhere to go. Is there damage to that GPVWC Academy car? It doesn't immediately seem it, but it was a big whack. Front wheel to sideboard. Dance then runs it deep. Grimalitsy will get 8th place. Lap number 2, we've got to drive around.
Third time in one lap.
Can you go left a bit? It's going to be some slipstream.
Potentially that's dropping places. Al-Hafi's made his way into the pit.
Defend. He's going to go for you.
Getting into a fight, trying to get his way into the top 10. Go for it. So that make it the top 9. He gets 2 done in one corner. Lovely move.
Defend like a lion.
Not quite there.
The Fernando Alonso quote's not exactly filling me with luck. Let's have a look at that race start again then. A little contact with Jamie behind as we make our way through turn 1, through turn 2, side by side with everyone still. Just making our way, little contact with the purple car in front, spins me round, another contact with Jamie behind as we make our way up to the long corner. Everyone just driving into each other behind me, which is pretty good for me because it gives me a bit more space, but terrible for them as they get pretty annoyed. And what's worse than racing people? Racing annoyed people. They smell blood when there isn't blood and they just go for overtakes. So through the little section here we go. I couldn't quite tell if gear 4 or gear 5 was better for the start of this section. Ultimately I decided to go down to gear 4 and then up to gear 5 just for a little extra acceleration on exit. You can see a little side by side there with the black car behind as we make our way now to end lap 1 and get onto lap 2. Through the braking zone, he just goes for it, and so does the red car. Really annoyed me that. I just didn't know why they're just attacking me everywhere, and still through we go. Braking into the final corner, then I get a little moment, a little twitch, and put the throttle down too hard with these cold tires.
What are you doing, mate?
And well, you can hear the annoyance in my teammate's voice as he gets spun around and does a full 360. Just letting Jamie through, and luckily not letting anyone else through, which means I get more of a battle. I'm not going to fight my teammate, he's way more experienced and he's going to do better things in GPVWC, but the driver behind I've got no aliases with, I've got no alliance with, so I'm going to battle him all day long. If it's full position, he just absolutely shows me my place, goes down the inside on the exit and just takes the place from me.
By the way, the Vacos is having to defend from Kanani as well. What can Kanani do into Lukop as well? Now we go through Lukop and Kanani makes the move. Does he make it sick?
Wide at the hairpin, he might rejoin.
Does indeed go wide and right into my path. Luckily no contact is made as we make our way back to the annoying right-hander. Not the long one, the short one. Oh, what is he doing, this man? Just driving into the back of me. I'm still not sure what he's doing. Being bumped everywhere.
What the
And over then getting in front of me as I'm getting just driven into by everyone and just being shoved off track. The black car in front then getting a little incident on the exit of the final corner. That allows me to just drive past him pretty easily. Into turn 1 then, I'm not going to defend at all. I'm just going to take the fast line. He does get a little bit on me, but not enough at all to worry me. So I take my normal line and through we go, back up into P13. Terrible movement in the first 3 laps, but what can you do? Just on the outside of Nova then.
Careful, Nova.
And, well, I'm not going to say anything, but you guys can have a look. Don't go anywhere right now. Nova down the inside, way more experienced than me. I think she's been in this league for about 3 years now. And just showing me how it's done on controller. Through the left-right, sparks coming from Nova's car, little twitch on the exit there, just keeps it going forwards though, keeps it straight into the next left-hander.
Fuck off, Savali.
Yes, this. What the f am I doing?
Just unsettling the car slightly, spinning, and the rear just loses
Wherever
grip.
you are watching around the world, if this is your first time watching GPVWC, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go to the Discord and the website links in the description to find out more on how we operate. Here is what happened to Etrovic Vuncic. As did he get caught up by the curb potentially? Oh, that, yeah. Unsettled the car and then got on the brake, and it was kind of sideways. I don't know if a brake grabbed potentially. Really bizarre incident, really unfortunate for him. Here's what happened to Nova McKenna as well. This is coming down towards Loikop down the bottom of the circuit. Locks for both front brakes, gets the overspeed, and I'm going to assume beaches it on the gravel. In fact, doesn't even wait to see if it was beached. She straight away escapes back to the pits and calls it a day there.
It's all to play here as Lorenzo seems to have locked up, and yeah, he's gone off. I don't know what is going on, but everything seems to be going on every time in race 2 as Lorenzo pushes off Rightberg as well. Kanani benefits from all of that.
Shane, what position are you?
14th. I got hit 3 times in 1 lap by Nav.
Oh, yeah.
By me? You were 2 cars
Yeah,
behind me
you.
that lap.
No.
Let's all just take a deep breath, shall we? That was pretty chaotic, as I think Lorenzo may have had another off. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1, and he's dropping it down the order.
Just going in front of me, you can see spinning off. There's Lorenzo up to P12 then. And, well, right behind someone I am on lap 4 through the right-hander. Just really feeling the effect of the dirty air as we go into the now pretty smooth left-hander. Just hearing a tyre squeal as we make our way through, I think this is Sunset. If you get it nice, it really sets this run up really well. You lose a little bit of time, but then you shoot up the time delta.
No!
Little spin from me, that allows Jamie to go side by side with me. Of course, he's also way better than me, so that side by side instantly disappears. That's what we call an overtake normally. A couple laps later then, still behind Jamie, but you can see he's way in front of me now. There's no chance of catching up, and I just get oversteer on the corner that Nova did actually, and manage to catch it. I do. A couple laps later again, coming through Sunset and riding the curbs, and I just get sent into the dirt, into the gravel. I keep it out the walls and I keep going, no damage, well, other than the damage I had before. Couple laps again, this is the final lap now, and well, let's have a little listen to team radio.
I'm such an incompetent brat.
Making a little side-by-side error is Jamie with another driver.
Draw the line, I think that Soroka's going to get it by about half a car length. And indeed he does. That's as close as you want. It's close between these guys as well. As Glob drops down to 11th place.
This guy is unbelievable. I'm side by side with him and he just me right off. You take back your twat.
his
Timo
name?
Kullen.
And around the final corner, no one around me at all. Nice, easy cruise to finish to round off race 2. A pretty fun race 1, and then a very hectic start to race 2. Well, thank you for following me in my second race here for GPVWC. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.